The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, in this mini training session, we're going to cover in Workbooks CRM custom tasks. So if you've got any specific types of activities or interactions that you need to track in your CRM system, then this is the session for you. Hello, my name is Tim Wilmot, and I'm joined by my colleague Stuart. We are Wizard Systems, and we're a leading independent CRM solutions provider of systems like Workbooks, and we help organizations use simple solutions to help improve their sales, marketing, and customer service productivity. So thanks for joining us today, those of you on here live, our regular series of short little mini training sessions giving you a little bit of help and guidance on different topics in and around Workbooks CRM. And in this session, we're going to cover custom tasks. So of course, with CRM, you're able to track typical things like phone calls and meetings. But what if there's something in your type of business, what if there's something that particularly you want to track, a particular type of activity, a niche activity or interaction that is important for you to record from a point of view of sales or reporting or marketing? We're going to take the example of a sample. So imagine you send out samples in your business, but honestly, the example we're going to choose could be adapted to anything. So if you're wanting to track maybe a particular type of training session or customer survey, it can be adapted to those ones. So we're going to take you through just the basics of it. Our company, Wizard Systems, we do offer extensive consultancy and training on workbooks. If you want to dive into this topic in a bit more detail, or you want us to set these things up yourselves, or provide you training on how to do it, just let us know. The audio part of this training session is one way. Only if you've got a question on anything we cover, pop that into the question section on your meeting control panel. I will do our best to answer that at the end, and the session is recorded. You will get access to the recording, which you can play back as many times as you want to, and share with your colleagues. Well, quick mention about Wizard Systems, as we normally do. I know many of you online right now do know us really well, but we are independent CRM solutions provider. We do provide, well, Workbooks is one of our main products. We do provide other solutions, but Workbooks is a key solution that we provide to organizations up and down the UK and further afield. We offer the complete service around Workbooks, so the implementation, any kind of training at your place, our place, online, and all the ongoing help desk support as well. So you're not on your own. We're in it together. We're here to make sure you get the most out of the solution. All right, then let me pass over to my colleague Stuart now, and he will take you through an example of supples. So over to you, Stuart.
Good morning. I hope everybody is okay today. So I'm just going to bring my screen up and hopefully everybody can see it. As Tim said, it's very easy to store information in the CRM, but sometimes you might just come across something that you want to store that you in the past you've tended to put it in a general task. You'll see, task, phone call to do, and I've seen it lots of times where people just use one of them that's built in, and then they would change the information in here to suit the subject. But it would be nice if you had something that matched exactly as Tim suggested, sample sent, and with the fields that you want it to show. Most of them already filled in to make it really easy for the user. And I'm just going to show you how easy that is to set up. And it's broken down into 3 stages. So hopefully everybody can follow this. So you have into your customization, expand the customization, and the first thing to do is add your chosen task to the pick lists. And here, of course, it's going to be an activity type. And you click on values, and you would add your chosen one to the list. We'll close that. That then makes it available to be used as your chosen task. And from there, we step into the record types. Now we're going to be working with tasks. And it's broken down into two areas. The first thing to decide is whether you want to record an action or schedule an action. And I chose my sample sent to be a recorded action. So I added my new record template, and I gave it a name, sample sent. Remember to publish it so that you can see it. And then to help the users, I filled in some information for them, and I chose the subject and the type to match sample sent. So when you open them up, the subject is already filled in and the type of task is already filled in. And you can do this to as many fields as you want to make it easier for the end user. So I'll just close that one a second. I didn't make any changes. And secondly, we now get to decide what information we want on this form. So here, again, sample sent. Remember to publish it. And you can go through your fields now and turn on or off as many fields as you want. Remember, if you have extra fields that you want to add, you would just add them back on the main screen to add the specific fields that you want for that particular record. There is one important thing to remember to add on this section here. When you've got it all ready and you've added your fields, you need to tell the CRM when to show this new form that you've created, and that's controlled by a layout rule. And so you tell the system that when someone picks a task type that equals sample sent, show this record. And it just means that you don't get the default task, you don't get, because you spent a lot of time designing your form with the right fields that you want, you've got everything in the right order and everything in the right place, that the right form opens. Then we just save and close that. The idea is that when you come back to your person, and hopefully I can just show you this fairly easy. If we went to an activity and recorded a task, it looks like that screen, and we have months and values in there. But if we go to the one that we've created, sample sent, it has the views and the information that we want. And we filled in the information because we're on the person's record. It's already filled in the contact details, the organization, the subject's filled in for us, the date, and then a nice big description field where we can put in the additional information. And then we save and close it, and it will be stored against that record. Sample sent. It's really quick, really easy, and it just helps you customize the database so that you've got the right information that you want against the record. And I hope that helps.
Yeah, thanks very much, Stuart. We should say what we've done there is in the creation, we showed you a ready-made, created custom task. That would normally be done by an administrator, a Workbooks administrator of your system. So you will know in your company who is the kind of the main person that will be customizing things. You wouldn't normally let ordinary users create their own custom activities. Otherwise, you might, you know, if you've got multiple administrators, might be sort of like too many chefs in the kitchen sort of scenario. You can see what I mean. It'd be you would end up with a really messy system. So have some kind of dialogue between the users, between your little community about, you know, if you do need a custom activity, have a general agreement on it, and then also decide, because these things are so easy to create, you want to make sure you are going to use it. People are going to use it. They will know in what circumstances they're going to use it, and the use, the purpose, the objective of this custom activity. Is it for, you know, a particular customer service process or sales process or reporting or marketing and so on? So make sure there is an objective in creating it. It is generally so easy for you to create, for the administrator to create these custom tasks. Okay, well, we are ready to answer any question. I can see there's 3 questions that have come in already around this topic. So if you've got any questions, pop those into your question section on your meeting control panel. First question from Alistair. Can you attach files, documents to this task? Question mark.
Yes, you can. By default, the Files tab is turned on when you create your custom layout. The Files tab is one of the very first tabs that's made available to you. So yes, you can put attachments onto that custom task.
Okay, great. Fiona, who can see them? Is it everyone? Yeah, so you created your new task. Who can see them? Which users can see them?
Right, by default, a custom task is made available to all. So if you want to limit that, you would then go into the sharing and share it with particular people or a particular group. But yes, exactly as you said, by default, custom task available to all.
Okay, great. And then I think this is the final question from Jean. Can you report on these custom tasks?
Oh, right. Yes, you can. It is still a task. So you could either report on all of them and see all your tasks, but because it's workbook, you could create a report and use the criteria to show where task equals your particular custom task. So it only returns the tasks, those custom tasks that you've built.
Yeah, so you're kind of excluding the normal thing, calls and meetings. You're just homing in on your particular.
That's it. Yes.
So yeah, okay, got it. All right, well, I don't think there's any more questions. Thanks very much, the 3 of you, for those questions. Appreciate that. That brings us to a close then on our mini training session on custom tasks. We'll continue trying to do this on a regular basis, maybe every week or a couple of weeks. But if you've got any suggestions, if you're a Workbooks CRM user, if you've got any suggestions for a future topic for us to consider, something that would be that you think would be of interest to other Workbooks users, maybe in your company or other companies, other users, we'd love to hear from you. Please drop us a line, Stuart@wizard-system.com, or me, Tim@wizard-system.com. Thanks very much, those of you listening live. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch up with you soon on the next event. Thanks very much indeed. Bye-bye.